I'm Drew. This is my wife Shannon. We've been with Heroes 3 years. Yesterday actually was our anniversary. I enlisted back in 2003 in the Air Force. Spent 5 years being stationed at Omaha, Nebraska at Offutt Air Force Base, and then after that went to Okinawa, Japan, Kadena Air Force Base out there. In 2008, I was discharged medically for some problems, and don't know where I'm going from here. Got out during 2008, and it was a bad time to get out of the military. With the recession, had a really hard time finding and keeping a job, especially with my medical problems that I was having. Moved back to California after my service. Spent 5 years there, and was not able to keep my family afloat with the work that was available. So we made the decision to move back to Pennsylvania, and I ended up having more medical problems. Found out my heart had a defect, and that I needed to have an emergency replacement of my aortic valve. That only complicated my medical problems, and from there I continued to have problems keeping my job. My body would break down about every 6 months or so. And so we moved from house to house, just trying to stay afloat, trying to keep our kids in the same school district, trying to make their lives as normal as we could, even though wasn't that normal. In 2000 and let's see here, 21, after COVID, the place we had been living in for the last 3 years tried to erroneously evict us from our home. We fought it and we won, but by that time we only had 6 months left on our lease, and so it was kind of that was that. We had unfortunate money problems that popped up during that 6 months, and we ended up homeless. Spent about 6 months homeless. Beautiful people that let us stay in their places and gave us shelter at that time, kept us, alive and afloat. And then we were working with somebody, and they just happened to know Sheila and Andrew Gornick, and decided to just kind of throw a flyer out there and see if she could help us. She knew that they had started Heroes, and their intentions and what kind of people they are. And about a week later, Sheila got in touch with us, and she had us come up to the property here, Heroes property, and take a look around. And I'm pretty sure I told you that there's no way that's real. We're not calling back. And so we this was November, like October, November. And so we just never pursued it for about 3 months there, 2-3 months, just out of fear that, somebody was trying to do us dirty again,
Or take advantage.
Taking advantage, yeah. And we're just kind of sick of it at that time. I was not well. I was trying to work, but just couldn't. I didn't have very many clerical, skills that would help us or help me in a job where I was sitting down, but my body wouldn't allow me to do the physical work that I was used to and enjoyed doing. So I was scared I wasn't going to be able to keep rent or keep food on the table or anything like that. About 3 months later, I actually was really low point. I had been having almost suicidal thoughts. I was really low.
I went into the hospital.
Yeah, my wife went into, we were homeless. She went into psychiatric ward. I had my 2 sons. We were driving up to Clarion as much as we could to go visit her and help her and support her. Right after Shannon got home from the psychiatric ward, we had spent, I think, most of our time just trying to keep the kids in school. And when she got out, I said, we really don't have many options. Let's just, see if she still remembers us, right?
We drove by it.
We did. We drove by just to kind of muster up some courage to call. And as soon as we called, you actually texted first, didn't you?
Yeah.
And it was 30 seconds later, ping, right?
Yeah.
Sheila contacted us and said, "Oh, we've been waiting for you. You've been on our hearts, and we're so glad you called." And we drove back out to the property and talked to them again. And then we agreed to. They offered us a spot, a place, a home, a house, a roof. And so much more than that we didn't know yet, but we accepted the offer, and a month later, on February 25th, 2022, is that right? 22? We moved into Heroes up here on the property, and it changed our life.
They showered us with love.
Mm-hmm.
I was really still not wanting to trust anybody, and they showed us love and compassion and helped me to have hope again.
My turn?
Yeah.
All right. No, I'm still not trusting of people, but every day they've shown me kindness and grace, and they've done it with humility and just with compassion for our situation, for my family, who's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, and they allow me to the grace to operate in life and not have to worry about the extra problems. I know I'd come home to a house over my children's head. We have heat on all the time. We have electricity on all the time. I have a job that Heroes has given me, and I just can't say enough of just the humbling kindness that they've showed us, and the real honest people and organization that they are. I'm surrounded by veterans, supporting other veterans, and I thought I was on my own. I thought we were out on our own. I knew it until Heroes showed me that it's not that way, and that there's people out there that care about us still.
Community.
Mm-hmm.
And they built this community.
Yeah.
To help veterans, and it's really working. I know it's worked in our lives. They've given me a job as well at Fox's. That's what my husband does as well. They always are reaching out, helping anybody that they can in every little way, and we're grateful and appreciative of them.
Yeah, during one of the most desperate times of our lives, Sheila and Andrew and Heroes came in and, I don't want to say swept us off our feet,
Swooped
but
us up.
yeah, swooped us up. I like that. But they just held us when we really needed it, and
When we couldn't.
we just didn't have any more at that time. And they just showed their compassion and their dedication and their honesty about what they do and what they mean to accomplish. And it resonates with us to this day, 3 years later.
And they do it every day. They're constantly doing it.
Every day. Well, I mean, in the meantime, right now we have the stability to start dealing with our own mental health, our own family therapy that we've needed for years, but just haven't been able to. We are hopeful to get out here and start giving back to the hero community.
They've helped with our mental as well.
My PTSD wasn't acquired during the military. It was long before that. I was raised a lot of my youth in group homes and receiving homes, foster homes. And after joining Heroes, Andrew has a PTSD support group that I am involved with now. We meet about every month, about monthly, and it's really helped me to just kind of deal and cope and pass some of these distrusts and these hurdles in life. Yeah, and it's been great, man. And it doesn't matter that I didn't get shot at or didn't have an IED go off next to me. They just accept me and love on me there, and a lot of healing through that. Our children didn't know where they were going to live from one day to the next, and they've been able to go to school and cultivate, a group of friends and really settle into the area, this community, Ligonier, and the surrounding area. They've absolutely wrapped us up and taken care of us and been so gracious and so nice, and like taking us in as one of their own.
It's healing.
It's a community I think I've never experienced since the military, and it is healing. It's healing for sure. It's safety,
Yeah, it makes you want to do better and more and be part of a community.
And we have options now that we can take. Our children are going to graduate, and they're gonna have a home to come home to. We had some problems with the vehicles lately, and we were able to get a car. And because my credit has gone up, because all my bills are paid, so I guess at this point, the sky's the limit. Things that I didn't think I was going to be able to do 3 years ago are now possible. Just wonderful, wonderful people, wonderful organization, and wonderful family that we didn't even realize we were going to get in this deal. But here we are.